So I finally got to my destination, which, as I said, the detox center, was far away from the town I thought it was in. As I said, I checked Google Maps on the location, but I had the wrong location. So where this was nowhere, literally in the middle of nowhere. Anyways, we get there. By now, I'm pretty anxious. It's getting fairly late. I check in. It's actually quite a beautiful house, sort of this spiritual house with really built kind of like a big square with a beautiful courtyard in the middle of it, and it's got a huge backyard, organic, basically farm-like backyard and trees, and in the middle of the desert, there's jutting red rock cliffs around it. So it's quite magical. But still, in the state I'm in, there was no magic about it. They take me into a room. Immediately, they take my passport, they take my wallet, my money, they take my medicine. And at that moment, I realized I'm literally trapped. If I wanted, I wanted to go home, but I couldn't. I couldn't even get. I'm so far from anywhere. I couldn't even get out of there and take a day or so just to figure that out. So it hit me hard that I was there. The next thing they did is they checked my bags for weapons and drugs, and I understand that because people are there with every type of drug addiction. Then they basically did blood work on me. They did a urine test for drugs to see if I was doing any type of drugs, even though it was me who came there and was clear on what. I was the one who brought myself to this place. I was clear on I was actually wanting to get off the drugs I'm on, but then they did a lot of other blood work, sort of STDs, etc. And then they took $20,000 from my visa. I obviously allowed them to do that, and then they had me sign a ton of waivers. And at this point, I was so anxious. They actually did something wonderful. They called a massage therapist to come in and give me an hour massage, an hour. Amazing, intense relaxation massage, which really helped because I was quite scared. And then they took me up to where I'd be staying, which was about a 5-minute down the road, down the dirt road, up the dirt road, down the road a bit, a place that's separate from the main house. And I basically they have a golf cart, so they took me up in a golf cart to this place. It was pitch black. I got into my room, didn't really know where anything was, lying there scared, and when I had to go to pee in the middle of the night, I sort of had to find my way in the dark to where the washroom was, found it, and there was pee all over the floor and all over the seat, and I knew then that there were some people had some issues, as we all do, but different ones than I was suffering from, and that was my first night. And the next day I woke up, and at 7 a.m. in the morning, they basically come in and they told me it was time for breakfast. So I quickly got ready. I walked to the main house, which was about a 7-minute walk, and had a breakfast that I soon was to find out for the next, I guess it's been a week now, but probably for the next 5 or 6 weeks on top of the week I've had, I was going to be having no gluten, no milk, no sugar, and all organic, which is fantastic because that's actually what I want. And so for breakfast, it was just this amazingly cooked food that had none of those things in it. And so we had our breakfast. Then we had this group, and I haven't been in sort of, except for being in the psych hospitals years and years ago, a few times when I took myself there because I wasn't doing well. I haven't been in a regimented environment where there are rules and regulations and groups. And so right after breakfast, there's an immediate group, and we all say what we're thankful for and what we want to achieve that day. And so to the people in the group every single day, they say, I'm happy for the weather. And every single day they say, now you have to say a different reason you're thankful. But they just say the same thing every day, and then they're hoping to accomplish a good day. But that's cute. But then there's other people really get into it and say what they're thankful for and the lives they're leading, and it's actually a nice little thing to do every morning. And there's about 15 of us, and then they tell us what our chores are. And I actually had to feed the goats and the chickens one day and do the dishes, and Didn't think I'd be doing chores for 20 grand, but I guess you pay to learn how to do dishes. So right after breakfast, we get shipped off to this place called the Detox Shop, which is about a 15-minute drive. But in the daytime, the drive that we did, I mean, it is stunning. Once I feel good, it's absolutely stunning. There's cliffs and massive canyons and beautiful, just beautiful scenery, and supposedly there's a lot of vortexes in this area, so it's quite spiritually known for its spirituality. So we get to the detox shop, and what the process is you check in, then they do your blood pressure, they check everything, your vitals and everything, and then they give you this host of vitamins and minerals, which I will get into as we go through this, through the blogs. I'll tell you exactly what I'm taking and what seems to be working and what doesn't, but they give you a host of vitamins and minerals and supplements. And what they're supposed to do is there's your daily regimen that helps you. There are amino acids that are helping to center your brain chemistry to allow you to get off these medications, and vitamins as well. But then there's also the biggest part is when you're doing the saunas there's specific chelators. They're designed to help you get rid of all the neurotoxins, the heavy metals in your body, in your brain. And as well, they give you minerals because what happens is the sauna basically takes, with these chelators, it takes all of the nutrients out of your body, all the minerals, all the crap in your body, the toxins, but it leaves nothing, all the minerals you do need. So what they do is they replenish your body with these minerals. Plus another big thing is they give niacin. Niacin is a B vitamin that opens your capillaries up, your body's capillaries. It gives you this massive flush that's supposed to help really let go of toxins. And so you feel, as you go up on niacin, you can feel, it's an amazing feeling of itchiness, heat. And actually for me, I've been getting higher and higher every day, but it like taking higher doses, but it actually can be very weird feeling, but afterwards it's quite calming. It's an amazingly calming effect. So first day we just did a half an hour in the sauna. The regimen goes up to 2 hours. I want to be doing 3 hours of sauna a day, where you do you go in as long as you can handle. You come out for a minute and have a quick cold shower, go right back in, come out, go right back in. While you're in there, again, you're drinking tons of water, tons of you're taking all these chelators, and then and before you start, you do a half hour of exercise to get your body open to chelate these toxins. So I talked to them, about my anxiety, because the first 2 days here I was extremely anxious and extremely unhappy. I kept thinking I wanted to go home. I kept calling home saying I can't make this. I'm not going to be okay. It's $5,000 regardless whether for the first 4 days, regardless you don't get it. So I was almost saying, okay, I'll just give up the $5 grand and go home. That's how scared I was. And then after that, you commit to the additional $15,000. So basically, I was scared, but I started this amazing regimen, and so it was 3 times a day. I was getting these vitamins and minerals. I stay in the sauna the first day for half an hour. Then after that, I got a massage. They gave me a beautiful massage, some acupuncture. Then I went. They took me to do these IVs in a different town to hydrate my body through IVs with glutathione. I know it sounds a bit like a spa, doesn't it? But it's intense. It's very intense. So that was my first day. And the first few days, basically, I ramped it up from half an hour in the sauna, and I've been here 7 days now. I'm up to 2 hours a day in the sauna, and then right out, the exercise before that, and then afterwards, different type of, like I said, whether it's acupuncture, massage. It's actually those things really help with my anxiety and relaxing me. So plus they took hair analysis because they want to check all my heavy metals to see how bad the heavy metals are in my body. So that was the morning. What do we do in the morning? Then we come back at around 1 o'clock for lunch. We have our lunch. Then right after lunch, there's a class on orthomolecular medicine on all the different minerals, vitamins to take, why you take them, how they help your mental health, and that's pretty interesting. Then you do that for about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and then you get some time to exercise. And as usual, that's important to me.